Welcome. So you're looking to pick an AI model. With all the options out there, it can feel, well, a little overwhelming. But don't worry, we're going to walk through a really clear way to make a confident choice using some fantastic tools in the Microsoft Foundry Model Catalog. Okay, let's just jump right in. The first thing you need to get your head around is the sheer scale of what we're talking about. The catalog has over 1,900 models available. Now, that is an incredible amount of power right at your fingertips. But, it also creates a bit of a challenge. Exactly. This is the big question. With so many choices, how on earth do you find that one model that is the perfect fit for your specific project, your budget, and, of course, your performance needs? I mean, let's say you're building a tool to summarize complex business reports. Which of these is the right one for that job? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. So your journey to clarity, it doesn't start by trying to look at all 1,900 models at once. No. It starts by focusing on just one. And the first tool we're going to use is called the model card. You should think of the model card as a super detailed resume for a model. It's got all the vital statistics you could ever want. And for what we're doing today, the most important section, the place where the real evaluation kicks off, is the benchmarks tab. And that brings us to the benchmarks. This is where we get away from all the marketing fluff and get right into the hard data. This is what lets you truly assess if a model is going to be a good fit for your specific task. Inside the benchmarks, everything is broken down into 4 key categories that really cover the essential questions you need to be asking. How accurate is it? Is it safe and reliable? What's this going to cost me to run? And how fast is it? Each one of these tells a really critical part of the model's story. So let's translate these a bit and see what they actually mean for your project. Quality is pretty simple. It's just model accuracy. Safety is all about its robustness and making sure it avoids harmful outputs. Cost, well, that's your bottom line, the runtime expense. And throughput is all about speed and efficiency. So for our report summarizer, quality means are the facts in the summary correct? And cost is how much each summary is going to dip into our budget. Now, here's the crucial point. This is the real game changer. While public benchmarks are a great starting point, they are, by definition, generic. This feature lets you go way beyond that. You can actually validate a model's performance using your own data. So you could upload one of your actual business reports and get a true test of how the model will perform in your world on your problems. It's huge. Okay, so once you get how to evaluate a single model, it's time to zoom out. It's pretty rare that you'll only look at one option, right? So how do you effectively compare your top candidates? This is where we get into what I like to call the art of the trade-off. And this brings us to my absolute favorite tool in the catalog, the trade-off chart. It's this powerful visualization designed specifically to help you make decisions when your priorities are in conflict, which, let's be honest, is pretty much always. Let's go back to our report summarizer and that classic dilemma, quality versus cost. The chart helps you answer these really key questions, like is the absolute highest quality model just way too expensive for your budget? Or, on the other side of the coin, is that cheaper model you've been eyeing good enough to meet your quality standards? The real power here is just how simple it is. By plotting the models on a chart, you can instantly see the trade-offs. You can visually weigh all these competing factors and find the models that hit that perfect sweet spot for your specific needs. And these are not just static images either. The charts are fully interactive. You can use the drop-down menu to add or remove specific models you want to compare, and you're not just stuck with quality versus cost. For our summarizer, we could easily switch tabs to explore, say, quality versus throughput, depending on just how fast our team needs to get those reports back. So let's connect these tools, the really detailed model card and the big picture trade-off chart, back to your actual decision-making process. It's all about creating a clear path that takes you from feeling overwhelmed to making a really informed, confident choice. It really just boils down to this simple 3-step process. First, use the trade-off charts to get that high-level, bird's-eye view to identify a short list of promising candidates. Second, you dive deep into the benchmarks tab on the model card for each of those candidates. And then third, you validate your top 1 or 2 choices with your own data to make that final call. Easy. Ultimately, what these tools really empower you to do is define what best truly means for your project. See, the perfect model is rarely the one with the highest score on every single metric. It's the one that hits the sweet spot for your specific trade-offs. So for your next project, what are you going to prioritize? Cost? Quality? Speed? Something else entirely? The choice is all yours.